Boo doo 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 doo. Alright. Alright, partner. Let's keep it rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Do 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 do. I need to start keeping score. Oh man, that is loud. Hey, Diamond Defender, what's up? What's going on, man? I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. How you doing? The other night, I hit 150,000 points. I unfortunately hit the POW block, so I can't register that score. But I still hit that score, so I'm gonna try and get past that. I'm gonna try and break 200,000. If I can break 200,000, then that'll put me like number 12. You doing good, man? That's great. I'm like super tired. Not like super tired like I can't play, but like exhausted from work. No. Got it. Oh no. No. Damn, got me. You tired too? Did you have to work today, or I have no idea how old you are, so I don't know. Like, did you go to school? Did you go to work? So I had to work. I got to work at like 10 o'clock, and I got off work at about 8:45, almost 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. And then when I got home, the baby was about to go to bed, and then he spit up real bad in his bed, and he woke up crying. So then I had to pick him up, hold him, and then he decided he wasn't tired. And then he finally nodded back off after giving him a bottle. So that was cool. I think he just wanted to see me because he was falling asleep before I got home. Woo! Get him, yeah. School. That's cool. When I think about school, I think it's crazy to think that I haven't been in school in 15 years. Not counting college. I always say like high school. I graduated 15 years ago. Like back when I was in school, Facebook had not yet come out. MySpace was really big. I don't even know if you know what MySpace is. But MySpace was big. I think MySpace came out in 2003, my senior year. I graduated in 04. You don't know if you should do college? Well, I would say, and this is just my personal opinion, if you're not sure what you want to do, don't waste your money. Because college is extremely expensive. And if you're not sure what you're going to do, you're just going to be wasting money. Money that you may never in your life ever be able to pay back. Best bet is, I would say, if you're unsure, go to a trade school and learn like a skill. Be an electrician or a plumber or something like that, because people will always need a plumber, and you'll always need an electrician. So, you know, even if your first attempt at that type of work doesn't work out, it'll be a skill that they can't take away from you. So you could always open up your own business, or, you know, go that route. There's always money to be made when you have a skill. Somebody somewhere is going to need it. Yeah, I need to go check to see if my MySpace is still there. I haven't checked it in probably 5 years. Got him! But I would say, if you can get a scholarship to go to college, and you know that you're going to take it seriously, then by all means, you know, go for the degree. But if you're unsure, if you're like me, you like working with your hands, you like working in the public, you know, a trade would probably be the best option. But, you know, you just have to look at your situation. What are you good at? What do you like to do? And go from there. Being an electrician when you first start out doesn't pay all that great, but when you get your license, it pays really well. Most electricians that I know make anywhere between $45 and $90 an hour. So I kind of wish I had gone and became an electrician after school. And actually, if your high school has like vocational classes, I would get in one. You know, try to get some type of certification early. All it's going to do is help you in the long run. Do. Oh snap. Ooh, that was close. Got him. So if you were thinking about a trade, what type of trade were you thinking? Carpentry, plumbing, electric? What would you do? Oh, shoot. Missed my opportunity. There we go. There we go. Oh, shoot. Woo, buddy. Oh, man. It's too early. Electric. That's a good one. I'm trying to get my daughter to go to like a trade school and be an electrician. I'm trying to get my son to get interested in being a plumber, and then I'm going to start my own business, and then we can you know, like buy and sell houses and fix them up. Then we can all work together and not have to worry about having those corporate jobs. Ah, shoot. Because for what I do now, I work for the cable company, and I do a lot of stuff around electric, so I'm not an electrician or anything, but I'm around it. And the work is very similar. Running lines in the walls, getting service to areas where there was not service originally. Ah, shoot, I missed. This thing's moving now. Can I get him? Can I get him? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it sounds cool as well. I think it'd be neat, you know, just have a family business or something. My grandpa owns his own business, and he's pretty well off. Oh, shoot, I thought I fell off that. Not quite far enough. But yeah, I mean, he's pretty well off and does pretty well for himself. He does painting and stuff and fixing, you know, exteriors of houses. Whatever he can make $1 on working with his hands, he does it with his business. No! Alright, 101,110. So that's a good start for today. I think last night I played like 10 games before I even hit 100,000. Alright. So I'll let this load up. I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back. And I'm back. What'd I miss? Give me that coin. Kicked him. All right. Yeah, my last job of the day, I was hoping it was gonna be really easy. Just getting this person connected at the pole, just so that they could get their equipment, and you know, wouldn't have to have anybody come out to do the actual physical installation. So we get there. I got a trainee with me. We get up the telephone. Well, he gets up the telephone pole and looks at it, and squirrels have chewed the line pretty much all the way through. So obviously, if there's chewed lines, you know, it's gonna mess up their service. If they get it hooked up correctly and everything is right, they're gonna have really bad service. So we had to replace everything, replace the line from the pole to the house, and the line or the pole was actually connected, or it was in a hole, or on a hill. So like you got this slanted hill, I mean pretty steep. The pole was right in the middle of it. There's trees on one side, this soft dirt hill that every time I put my ladder on it, the feet kicked out. I had him put his ladder up against the pole, and I was going to go up and just watch what he was doing, just to make sure that, you know, he was doing it correctly. But I couldn't even get up there, because every time I got about 3 or 4 feet up the ladder, my ladder's cleats at the bottom would kick out. And it was about to throw me off the ladder, so I couldn't do that. But I attached it at the house, just trying to make it a little bit quicker. And there was just really no easy way to do this job. I mean, it took forever. I think we were there, so we got there like 6:30, I think. And I think we left at like 8:20. So we were there for a while. Got him! Trying to think of the other jobs that we did. Man, I had this one this morning. First job of the day. We get to this house, and we're knocking on the door. Nobody's answering. So I'm explaining to my trainee kind of like what we're supposed to do in those situations where somebody doesn't answer. And you know, I was telling them, you got to write up this email, send it out to the dispatch, and they'll give them a call and see if they're home or whatever. So while we're sitting on the steps, just you in front of the person's house, I hear a kid crying. So I kind of look to the side, and I see this kid toward the back of the house standing there. He's probably about 3 or 4 years old, and no shirt on, just sitting there, just hysterically crying. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So, I'm trying to talk to him. He's not saying a word, just crying extremely heavy. And I think to myself, like, did he get hurt? Is he locked out of his house? Worst case scenario, is his parents, did they pass away? In the area that I live, heroin is a really big deal, and I myself have run across a couple people who have overdosed in my job. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, it's possible that this kid has been here alone for a while, and I'm the first person to come to the house that he's seen. So I'm thinking the worst. So I go to the back door, or I go to the back of the house just to see if anybody's there. And when I get there, the back door to the house is just wide open. So I'm already starting to think like something bad happened to these people. And when I get to the door, I start knocking on the door, and I start yelling inside like, "Hello, is anybody home?" Don't hear anybody. So I start knocking harder, like the police, just real hard. Because I didn't want to walk in the house, if maybe the kid had walked outside when he wasn't supposed to. I didn't want to just walk into somebody's house that doesn't know that I'm there. That doesn't look good on me. But I'm knocking real hard. Nobody's coming to the door. Nobody's answering. So this kid still is sitting outside, crying hysterically and getting worse as I'm knocking on the door. So my trainee's sitting there. He's kind of like beside himself, like not really sure what we're supposed to do in this situation. So I kind of prepared myself, and I go to the door. I started to walk in the kitchen. The first thing I noticed, there's like pizza, like a, one of those store-bought pizzas. It's just sitting there. Looked like it had been sitting there overnight. I see straight ahead of me from the kitchen is like where the living room is, and there's a like some blankets and stuff rolled up. I'm thinking this looks like a body, laying right on this couch. So I'm starting to get a little nervous. I start to walk in. I was gonna uncover whatever was on the cover, and as soon as I started walking toward there, this woman comes out of nowhere and yells, "What are you doing in my house?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. I was knocking. Nobody was saying anything, and there's a child outside screaming hysterically, crying. And I didn't know if something had happened. I've found people, who have overdosed. I didn't know if maybe this is possibly a situation like that. You typically don't go to somebody's house and find a 3-year-old child screaming, hysterically and crying." So she, saw my uniform, realized who I was and why I was there, and then she had apologized. But, it's stuff like that with my job. You really just don't know who you're going to run into or the situation you might run into, what you're going to find in people's houses. I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and I've seen quite a bit of scary stuff with this job. I've been in a person's house that had a heart attack while I was there. Been in a person's house that... Oh no! Whoa, that was way too lucky right there. Go Mario, go! Sorry. But the guy that had the heart attack, this is kind of a crazy story. He was there because his TV was pixelating. He was having issues with it. And I see it. He's got this really old cable box that, we don't even supply. At the time, we didn't even supply that old cable box. So I was pretty sure that the box was bad, but I had to do my regular tests to make sure there wasn't anything else causing the pixelation issue. So I tell the guy, he's sitting there just kind of like, shaking a little bit. He's probably 80 years old. He wasn't like a young pup or anything. So I tell him, like, I gotta go outside and check to see if there's any issues out there. Oh man. Um, I go outside, got the box open, I got the drop, which is the feed line from the telephone pole. I got that disconnected, I'm doing my tests, and all of a sudden I hear this crash, just and this is a little shotgun house. It's like 3 rooms all connected to each other, so I'm not it's not like a big house or anything. So I peek my head in and I hear this guy's son, adult son, he's probably in his 30s, he was there as well, scream, call 911, call 911. So um, the wife, she was there, she goes to call 911. The phone's down. The phone's down because I'm working on it. I've got everything disconnected. Um, so I had to call 911 on my cell phone. They didn't have cell phones, kind of a lower income area. So I call 911, and I said, man collapsed here. I'm not sure what's going on. Need an ambulance down here. So ambulance comes down. The guy, it's kind of hard to visually set this up, but when you walk into the room where he was at, like I said, it's a shotgun house, so it's one room stacked to the kitchen at the back of the house. So when he was in the middle room, when you walk in, they had a couch to your right, and they had a table in between and a giant entertainment center against the wall next to the kitchen. So the TV next to the kitchen on the entertainment center was what was causing the issue. So he's sitting on the couch just trembling. I didn't know if he had, I don't know what that disease is called where they tremble a lot. But I thought maybe that's what it was. He's older. Not like, I'm not sitting there thinking he's a drug addict or anything like that. He probably has some health issues. So anyway, what happened was he tried to get up to go to the kitchen. Apparently when he got up, he got dizzy. And when he got dizzy, his heart stopped. And he fell over the table. And when he fell over the table, he landed into the entertainment center, and the entertainment center fell on top of him. And that was a big crash that I heard. They're freaking out. I look in. I see everything just like down. I don't even see the guy because he fell over the table into it, and then in between the table and the entertainment stand. The entertainment stand is on top of the table, so he can't get out. So I call in. They're getting everything. The wife and the son are getting everything pushed off of him. He's not responding. He's just down. He's not moving at all. Luckily, they're pretty close to the fire station. So the fire station got there probably within 30 seconds. They go in. They're trying to help him. Obviously, the job gets canceled on my part. So they, I wasn't sure if the guy passed away or not, but they ended up calling back in, and they wanted to thank me for calling 911 when he had that heart attack, because they didn't have cell phones. Obviously, the reason their phone was down was because I was working. So I mean, they would have had phone service regardless had I not been there. But because I was there and I was able to call 911, I guess effectively I saved his life. But there's been quite a few crazy things happen while I've been working. One, this is probably 2014. There's a main road in a little smaller city around here. It's a house with 2 apartments, an upstairs apartment and a downstairs apartment. It's just like an old Victorian style house that somebody had turned into 2 apartment units. So I'm upstairs talking to the guy. We're just kind of chit-chatting back and forth, talking about different places that we've been to. Just standard conversation as he's also talking about the issues that he's having, so I can kind of troubleshoot. So all of a sudden, while we're sitting there talking, we hear outside this car just brake, squeal, and then this bang. I mean, it was pretty loud. So he's like, "Oh man, that sounds like somebody got into a fender bender." So we go to the door to the upstairs porch to look out the street and see what we can see. Well, we go out there and look, and he, grabs his chest and freaks out. His downstairs neighbor's son, who goes to school right down the street from where they live. I mean, I'm talking like you can see it from their house, not very far. He crossed this road, not crossing in the crosswalk, and there's tons of cars on this road, so it's hard for drivers to see. just runs across. And a landscaping truck, one of those, it's like a Ford F-150 with a flat backside where they put like skids and pallets and stuff. One of those at slow, well, I shouldn't say slow, but at low speeds hit the kid, and the kid went flying into a parked car. So, you know, we get out there and, or, you know, we're on the porch and I'm watching this unfold. The guy's getting out of his truck. The kid is in the street, just laying there, not moving. People are, you know, running around, trying to make sure that the kid is okay, telling him not to get up. He's alive, talking. But that was another instance where, you know, I had to call 911. The guy that I was with, you know, he went down there to try to see if the kid was okay because the kid's parents wouldn't be home for a couple hours. So I had to call. A couple other people had called too because when I talked to the dispatcher, with the 911 dispatch, they said that they had somebody already call in and they were sending people out. That was pretty screwed up. That was bad. And last, like, when I was there, the guy that was driving the landscaping truck, he actually got arrested for some reason. As far as I could tell, he wasn't doing anything wrong. I mean, maybe he had warrants or something out, but yeah, he was getting carted off in a wheelchair, carted off in handcuffs, and they ended up towing his truck, which I thought was pretty strange. Get him! Not even really paying attention to this game right at the moment. I'm trying not to think too hard, because typically when I think too hard at this game, I seem to do a lot worse. Oh. Got it! But yeah, there's very strange things that happen in this job. Oh man, I just thought of one. I went to this trailer park, and this lady meets me at my door, holding probably a 1-year-old kid, and this girl looks like she's maybe 19, 20. And she asked me, like, she comes up to my window, and I always look at my work order to see what I'm there for. And I'm just sitting there just going over it before I even got out of my van. This girl comes banging on my window, and I roll my window down because I hate it when customers do that. But she asked, you know, are you here for such and such address? And I said, yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to fix the telephone. And before I could really even finish my sentence, this girl starts screaming hysterically, "He hit me! He hit me! Call the cops!" So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to question it. Yeah, I'll definitely call the cops. Because as I'm sitting there, I noticed that the kid, the little 1-year-old, right above his head was cut. I mean, pretty bad. And he was bleeding. It looked like the blood was kind of dried up on his forehead, but I mean, it looked fresh, like it just happened recently. So I was like, yeah, I'll call. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. So she goes back in. And as she goes back in, I'm sitting there on the phone with the 911 dispatchers, and I happen to notice, I look over, I'm in the driver's seat, I look over, and the windows to this trailer have these curtains on them, just cheaper looking curtains. I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden, the curtains get ripped open. A woman is going backwards, holding on to him, and there's this Mexican guy just grabbing this black girl. Oh, shoot. No! Anyway, he's grabbing her by the neck, and I mean, I'm talking, he went from one side of the room to the other, just grabbing her by the neck, had her up against the wall, just screaming at her. And I'm still on the phone with the dispatcher. I'm like, hey, I can see the guy. He's choking a girl in this room I can see him right through the window. He's choking her. You guys need to get here quick. So I'm not about to go inside this house. And the reason I'm not going to go inside the house is because, one, I don't know who the homeowner is. For all I know, this girl that's being choked out broke in. And the guy that's choking her is the homeowner. You know what I mean? So if I go in there and beat up the guy, I could be held accountable for that. So letting the professionals deal with this, the police. I'm not a police officer, so I'm not getting in the middle of it. Anyway, so I'm sitting there. Two police officers pull up, regular police officer, and then like the largest police officer I've ever seen in my life. This guy had to be like almost 7 foot tall, just a big, bulking guy. The smaller police officers trailing behind the big guy. The big guy, he jumps over the railing. I mean, just almost like takes a step. It wasn't really a jump. He just kind of went over it. Runs inside the house. The smaller guy runs in behind him. Then the smaller police officer comes back, and then you just see the bigger police officer has this Mexican guy by the neck, throws him over top of the deck, and the guy lands right on his head. And then the smaller cop gets on top of him, and they just start beating the crap out of this guy, which, as far as I know, rightfully deserved. I mean, he was choking that woman in the window. Apparently, they'd been there a couple times. They knew who they were looking for. But man, it was just so crazy because when he picked that dude up, I mean, this big, almost 7 foot tall police officer picks this little guy up by the neck on top of a deck that's about 1.5 feet off the ground and just slams him down right on his shoulders and neck on the other side, right on the ground. But oh man, game over. But anyway, he lands. The cops just start beating the crap out of this guy, and finally they put him in handcuffs. And I had to call my dispatch, like, hey, domestic stuff's going on. I can't be here. And they're like, yeah, no problem. We'll go ahead and cancel the call. So, I ended up leaving that one. That was nuts. I hate seeing people fight like that, but I wasn't getting involved. Not my place to do so. Try to stay away. We're supposed to call these people at our company when stuff like that happens, but I think I'd rather just call the police. Let them deal with it. Alright. Oh, man. Well, Diamond Defender, if you have not already liked, I can tell somebody gave this a like. But if you have not already whoa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, there we go. But if you have not given it a like, please give it a like. Because I like likes. And likes like me. But if you have, I do appreciate it. That is awesome. I can tell there are 2 viewers and only 1 like. And that one other viewer may just be me watching my stream in the preview channel. If that's the case, I can't like my own stream. It doesn't count. Boom. You gave a like? Heck yeah, man. I appreciate that a lot. You the man! The Diamond Defender. You the man. I don't mean to bore you with my cable stories. But I also go into some houses, man. Bruh. Like, there was a house a couple days ago. There was no food out, but the entire house smelled like rotten meat, and it was gagging me. I mean, it was bad. I almost couldn't do the job. And the person living there just like, it didn't bother them. Like they were nose blind to it. They couldn't even tell that there was a smell. Oh man. Get him again. There we go. But yeah, I actually, let's see. Have you ever heard of the YouTuber Crazy Rabbit? He's like a Call of Duty Zombies YouTuber. Give me my coins. I need my coins. Oh, that was weird. He just turned around, booked it. But yeah, Crazy Rabbit, he's got like 160,000 subscribers. And I had never heard of him. And I go to his house to do a service call. And I see this like makeshift studio, which, you know, I've seen PewDiePie, you know, talk about the same type of studio stuff, and I do everything on the cheap, but I seen it, and I just happened to ask him. Well, that, and I also was doing some speed tests because he was having issues with the internet. His internet kept dropping out. So I just happened to get on his computer because I needed to use his computer to do the test to compare to my results on my computer. And I just happened to notice he had Twitch, or he had Twitch open, and there was a bunch of obviously cameras, a very, very nice computer setup in this room. So I just happened to ask. I was like, man, you stream on Twitch? And he was like, no, actually, I'm a YouTube streamer. And I was like, oh, really? That's cool. I was like, how many subscribers do you have? And he's like, oh, damn, I wasn't paying attention. But he was like, I got 160,000. I was like, really? I was like, what's your YouTube channel? So he, you know, showed it to me, and I subscribed to him. And I just wanted to watch, just kind of see like what he does as far as streaming. And the one thing that I've noticed is he does stream every single day. But one of the streams, man, he was talking so much smack about the cable company. I mean, but I could see it. I watched it. I mean, it was cutting out bad. The whole thing. I mean, just kept cutting out. So I watched the stream that he had later that day after I did the service call. And I watch every once in a while just to see if he's having any issues. And he hasn't had any problems since. So he was like, yeah, the cable company sent a guy out. He was actually really cool, and he fixed a bunch of wires and replaced a bunch of stuff, and, you know, we'll see if all that fixes everything, which it did, because I'm good at my job. But I just thought it was pretty cool. He was a real nice guy, too. The persona that he puts on his channel is so different from the person that I had to deal with. I mean, had I not seen his studio... well, I shouldn't call it a studio. It was, you know, a room in his house that he does YouTube. Had I not seen that, I never would have known this guy was a YouTuber at all. So I thought it was pretty cool. And I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I've been on YouTube for like 14 years, and I got 70 subscribers. Well, at the time, I had like 66. I was like, I got 66 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 70. He's like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get to 200,000. I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, man, we're like this close to each other. I think I kind of missed the mark as far as YouTube goes. A little too old. Oh, shoot. But I figure if I can play old games and possibly, just possibly, maybe, in my wildest dreams, get to like 100,000 subscribers, if that pays somewhat decent at all, I would use all that money, one, to pay off any credit cards, anything in my life, pay it off, and then start my own business. I would do YouTube as just a side thing. I would never make it my full-time income. I just don't think it's smart to do that with as many issues with the AdSense as we've had the last couple years. But I just think it'd be cool just have that little bit of extra income. Even if it was like $100 a month, I still think that'd be awesome. Trying for 30? I would say, you know, I had 18 subscribers for like the last 10 years. And just in like the last year, I've started to gain a slow amount of subscribers. So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. I can't say that this is going to be good advice, but it's what I did just to gain a few subscribers. I just started streaming zombie stuff. I don't know if you have a computer that can stream zombie games, but I played Left 4 Dead, and that gave me almost 40 just playing that game. And then I started playing like old school, like Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 64. You know, that gave me a few, 15 or so. And just interacting with the chat, I want to say, is what got me close to 70, or well, at 70 where I'm at now. So just, you know, being active in your chat and playing stuff that people want to see. I try to do like Fortnite, but there's so many Fortnite streamers out there that are you have 27? See, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like I said, I had 18 for almost 10 years. But I try to do like Fortnite streaming, and there's just so many big streamers out there that nobody wanted to watch. You know, a 30-year-old dork play Fortnite terribly. They wanted to see guys sit there and win. Younger guys who are a little bit more hip to the crowd, they want to see them win matches. And I don't think I've ever won a match in Fortnite ever in my life. No! But yeah, 27 is not bad. I mean, it's a start. You gotta start somewhere. I know the one... Oh, man, are you kidding me? You went the wrong way. But I would say the easiest way to make subs, or to get subs, that I've seen. Go to Reddit. Find a subreddit that you find interesting. And when people start, you know, submitting stories, do like story time video, and just read their stories and upload it, and you're probably gonna get like 1,000 subscribers the same day. I don't know. I've never tried it myself, but it just seems like people that do these Reddit videos, like, they just grow extremely fast. All they're doing is just reading other people's stories. You joined in 2013, so you've had your channel for a while. 6 years, bruh. Who knows what YouTube will be like when you've had yours for 14 years, if YouTube's even around. See, I was kind of thinking about doing some Reddit stuff. I can't figure Reddit out. I don't even know how to use it. I go to YouTube and I see like Reddit stories and stuff, and it's entertaining, but I don't know how to use that website. I feel like a real boomer because I honestly have no idea how to use it. I go on it, I see something I like. I try to post stuff, and when I post stuff, like, it just does not work. Like, it'll post, but nobody will see it. It's cringe. You gotta start somewhere, man. Everybody starts out cringy. Have you ever seen the Jake Paul, like some of the first Jake Paul videos? It's him and his brother, like, on a basketball court slapping each other. The stupidest stuff you could ever see. But people like it. It's cringy to a lot of people, but there are also a lot of people who are like, man, I remember doing something like that. Do you remember that? Do you remember when this happened? Blah, 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 you know, whatever. So, I mean, there's always an audience for anything that you want to do. You just got to kind of find your way around it. You'll figure it out. You just have to be consistent. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Let's see. Alright. So now, I'm going to try and concentrate on this game, because I want to try to break 150,000. When I played the Nintendo version, I got up to like 450,000, but this is the version that has the world record. The Nintendo version doesn't count. Like, nobody cares about that version. which sucks because I smashed that record. Boom, 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 boom. Got him. Oh man. And like I want to do some like funny videos. At least what I think is funny. I don't really care if other people think it's funny. I just want to make myself laugh. I want to do some videos like that, but man, it's just so hard to find the time. You know, when you're supposed to work an 8-hour day, and then you get off work 14 hours after you start it, which, I mean, that wasn't today, but I mean, when you just have like all this overtime that you're consistently working, and then you come home and you got family time and all that, you don't have time to sit there and really, you know, do your hobby, especially when you have a baby. That is my hobby at the moment. But he is currently asleep, and because he's asleep, that gives me an opportunity to play this game. Gotcha, Mr. Sidestepper. Let's see. Oh no. Got him. But yeah. Got him. But yeah, it's kind of hard to find, you know, the time to do this full time. Like if I was making money doing this, and we'll say if I was making from YouTube what I make at my job, I would quit my job. No joke, I really would. I like my job, but this is more fun. No. This is gonna be a tough sell. Got it. Oh, that was close. No, Mr. Fireball. Jolly me banana. Got him. So these fireballs trying to kill me, trying to make things hard. It's not fair. Not fair, man. Got him. Let's see. Get him, get him. And if you haven't already, Diamond Defender. If you could like, or not like, if you could share my stream, that would be awesome. And if you have, again, much appreciation. Get that fly. I mean, you don't have to share it if you don't want to, but it'd be cool if you did. Because I want to say, if you share it, it kind of like puts it up in the YouTube algorithm, and it might help my channel out, get some more viewership of these old arcade games. Oh no. Go, Mario, go! Scooby Dooby 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 Doo. Well, shoot. I missed. Get the coins, get the coins. Get the coins, get the coins. That was stupid. Why did I do that? I don't even know why I did that. I thought for some reason that I was going to be able to run underneath of him, but I missed bad. Let's see. Ah, shoot. I was a little off kilter. Oh, he bounced. He bounced and got me. I thought for sure I was going to get over him. Let's try that again. Yeah. Oh, shoot. No. No. Oh. I'm gonna try and record some magic tomorrow after school, like card tricks magic or like movie magic. What type of magic are you talking about? Man, that was bad. That was bad on me. What was I thinking? Alright. I think I've had enough of this game. But I'm going to put my name down anyway. I want to try and load up something different. Alright, let me back out of this. I've always been a big fan of Magic. Like David Blaine and Chris Angel. I think those guys are pretty cool. Let's see. No. It's not what I wanted to do. Where did my chat go? There it is. Alright. Bum 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 bum. Disappearing magic? Heck yeah, man. Let's see. Pop that there. Now, are you talking about in the disappearing magic, like you're gonna do it like editing to disappear, or are you talking like actual people standing there, people in front of you, and you record their reaction? Because I'm so used to doing editing and things like that that whenever I hear magic, I'm thinking the magic of editing. So if that's what you're thinking, that's awesome, and if that's not what you're talking about, that's awesome too. I'm just trying to clarify. I'm kind of dumb. Let's see here. Open. Let's see. No, nope. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that one either. We will do this one. No edits at all? Okay, so you're talking about the real deal. I think that's pretty cool. Well, if you do, let's see. Let me see something real quick. Here. Go to channel. Oh, wait. Where? What? Man, I lost my... Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Let's see. Open link in new tab. That's not what I want. Alright, so YouTube is like being crazy. Give me a second here. And I am going to look for... Booyah! Alright, so when you get that magic on there, I just subscribe to your channel. When you get that magic on there, I want to know about it. You could live stream it? Heck yeah. If you're going to live stream it, I would not be able to see it until... I'm not sure where you're located, but I would not be able to see it until after like 7:30ish Eastern Standard Time. Because that's when I'm off work typically. Let's see. Now I gotta pull up OBS. OBS. Game capture. Will this work? That would be super sweet if it does. And I got a feeling that it will not, because it never works. It is not working. Okay. Thank you, man. Not a problem. I'm interested in seeing what you got. Let's see. Filters. Close. Oh, shoot. San Antonio? Okay, so you're like, what, Mountain Time? Or is that Central Time? I've actually never been to Texas before. I want to go. I just have no business in Texas, unfortunately. And I mean that as in, like, I don't know anybody there. I don't know anybody. I don't know, like, if it would be fun to go there for, like, vacation. Like, I really don't know. Wait, is there no audio? There we go. Okay. Oh. Let me adjust this right here. Did I mess it up? What did I do? There we go. Alright, fixed it.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Let's see, you'll know me if you think about it. So, like, do I already know you?
Mario Grand Prix. Select your player.
Texas. Texas? Let's see. You know, I gotta go for Mr. Toadstool.
Yahoo!
Message retracted.
Select map.
You love some Mario Kart. Let me update my stream real quick. Let's see, let's edit. Mario Kart 64. Come watch. Let's see. Game. Dude, there's so many Mario Karts. Mario Kart 64. Let's see. Let me change the thumbnail real quick. Let's see. No, that's not where I want to go. Come on, computer. You're running too slow. Thumbnails. I don't think I have one for Mario Kart. I have not made one. Boy, oh boy. I have not made one. Alright, we'll just use my avatar. Okay. Alright. So, I'm gonna go to the Mushroom Cup because the last time I played, I did not play this one. And I would like to play it. Do 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 do. Here we go. Yeah, I got somebody already with that banana. Yahoo! I used to try to cheat on this game so bad because I wanted to have like super fast times, and I also wanted to try to find like secrets and stuff. But as far as I know, there's no secrets in this game, like special areas and stuff. Man, I got somebody with that green shell too. Yahoo! I'll probably hit myself with that same green shell when I come back. No, I missed. I gotta lean back. I get so close to the screen that you can't even see my face. Come on, Luigi. Let's see you take one of these green shells right to the grill. I'm trying to see if I can get him. Come on, Luigi. I think the right trigger button on my controller's going bad. Because I'm holding it in and he's like hopping. Do 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 do. Let's see. Copy. Let's see. Copy. That at the computer. I'm trying to embed stuff, but it won't. There we no. Dang, I don't know how to do it. I'm so bad. Why am I so bad? I'm trying to get some viewers in here by, sending my information out. And I'm trying to like embed it so there's like a visual link, and I am unsuccessful. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm having such boomer moments lately. I'm trying to embed stuff, but it won't. There we go. No. I don't know how to do it. I'm so bad. Why am I? If you guys can hear Trying to get the stream echoing. Let me know. I'll turn it down. Sending my information out. I was just trying to check and see what my audio sounds like. Like a visual, and I am unsuccessful. I have no idea. Come on, Peach. You want some green shell? I'll give you some green shell. That was probably not the smartest thing for me to do. Yeah, I got another green shell. What do you know? Got me. I was just trying to check. Gotcha. Come on, Peach. You want some green shell? Got that continuous boost, you ain't baby! Probably not the smartest thing. Yeah, I got another green shell. Alright, I'm back in first place. It is echoing. Let me turn it down. Got me. I was just trying to check. Gotcha. Turn that off. Okay. I got it fixed. Wait, where we go? Where we go? Where we go? There we go. Yeah, see, I originally was thinking it's probably echoing because I have my speakers on my computer, and my microphone would probably pick that up. I forgot that it's part of my desktop audio that OBS will pick up, so it definitely was echoing. No! I'm so close, too. Get one of them. Oh, I got one as he crossed the finish line. Yikes. Ah, cha-cha-cha-cha. Alright. Well, I think I'm still in second place, right? Oh, there's a three-way tie for first. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Get out of my way, Peach. Yahoo! Yahoo! Ah, there's a way to jump that. Like you can like fall off the side and just jump, and you'll get into it. Sorry, Peach, you gotta go. Man, Luigi's like all about getting hit, isn't he? Yahoo! Oh, I made it! I made it! Let's see. See if I can do it again. Ah! Missed. That's alright. I'm so far ahead, it'll be alright. Here we go. Here we go. Well, shoot. Alright. I personally think that this is the hardest map. I guess it would help if I was paying attention and not looking at my sound and my audio. And actually playing the game like I should be. That was dumb. Come on, Toad, go! Here we go! I'll probably get hit by that. I have the worst luck with these green shells. Koopa Air, Nintendo. Never heard of this Nintendo place. Good throw, good throw. Good throw. I think you just hit yourself. Got somebody. Oh shoot. Mario Star. Luigi's. Yoshi. Here we go. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Got somebody. There's nothing more satisfying in this game than when you lay a banana peel down, or you shoot a green shell back behind you, and your guy goes, yeah, because you know that was a good shot. Even though you can't see it, you know you ruined one of those players' days because they were trying their best to best you, and they just couldn't do it. Bow! There we go. I'm the best! Doom, 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 doom. $30 points. That puts me in the #1 spot. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Boom, 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 boom. Is that Mario back there? Sorry, Mario. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, bum. Boom, boom, boom. Congratulations! I used to be pretty good at doing voices, but you know, I'm getting kind of older. Alright. I'm gonna do the 50 cubic centimeter.
Select your player.
I'm gonna pull up the toady again.
Next map.
Let's see. Frap Snowland, Choco Mountain, Mario Raceway. Actually, let's go back. I think there's a practice.
Option.
Option. Da. Alright, best records. Alright, so we're going to do a time trial real quick. And it's going to be on...
Time trial.
Save ghost data. No thanks.
Select your player.
Alright, so I'm going to get possibly the fastest time on this course
Map.
that you've ever seen. No joke. Oh! Almost got it. It's okay. There we go. I don't know what the fastest time is for this map, but I'm pretty sure that I have one of the fastest times, and I'm about to do it right now. It's all about that speed, baby. All about that speed. Yahoo! Yahoo! Let's see, let me pull up my chat bar. My chat bar went away. There we go. Here we go. Alright, so you gotta go kind of wide and go toward this corner, and then bow. Whoops. Hit it too late. So turn around, bounce off this wall a couple times, then go back in, and oh man! I'll get it again. You saw me do it once. Yeah, let's do more speed. Toady! Toady, no! Doing that. There we go. Alright, a little bit of a setback. Not a big deal. Here we go. I always tried to like jump over any wall that was in this game when I was a kid playing on the actual N64 because I wanted to break as fast of a record as I could. I wanted to just go super quick on these. I think maybe I'm hitting it too much of an angle. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, if there was a way to like jump up there from down here and just skip this entire turn, I would do it. Just to make it quicker. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I could jump now. Yeah, I don't think you can jump up there. There may be a way, but I don't think it's possible. Whee! Wow, 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 wow. Wario! Alright. 57.06 seconds for that first lap. I could probably do better. I think I've dropped it below 50, actually. Quits. Alright. Well, let's see. It is 12 o'clock. So, that means I gotta go to bed. Because the lady in my life has to be at work at 7, which means from 7 until 9, it's me and the baby. And I got to make sure that I'm good to go in the morning. Can't sleep in for that. So, I will catch you later. I appreciate you hanging out with me, Diamond Defender. You're a cool dude. Like I said, I subscribe to you. So, when you get that magic up there, man, I'm going to see it and we can talk about it. So, hopefully I'll be on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is my Friday, so hopefully I'll be on. Unless something crazy happens, I should be on. Alright, you guys have a good night. And I gotta figure out how I get out of this new live stream thing on YouTube. Alright, peace!